Unfortunately, you lose the final duel. And then you get dragged into the time seal, forever stuck in the Forbidden Realm. You guys didn't get no true ending last time. Hello there. Welcome. Let's turn off this final boss music. Just go to some chill music. Okay, so what we'll be doing here is what we call a choose your own adventure. This will be done heavily through the poll system in YouTube. Easy peasy. You guys decide the outcome of the story. There are bad ends, there are good ends. Yeah. So chat, you yourself are Sangan. You have been trapped in the Forbidden Realm, and it's up to you in order to find a way to get out. How are you going to get out though? Well, we'll introduce you to this through the first poll. Check the bed. What would you guys like to do first? Okay, here's the first poll. It's simple. You guys vote on something, I just tell you what happens. And depending on the choices you make, you might be able to get out or not. Flirt with the witch? Well, you'd have to talk to the witch first. It looks like we have talk to the lady in black is winning by quite a margin. We have feet coming in at number 2. Of course you guys would pick that one. Okay, we can end the poll early. I think we know what the winner is going to be for this one. We have a majority of people in chat who've already voted for it. Alright, you guys have chosen talk to the lady in black. You guys shyly approach the witch. You go up and talk to her. And what do you say? Give me some suggestions about what you guys would say to chat. Like, you know, I know what my chat is probably like. You guys would probably, maybe you guys have something else. Let me see some suggestions in chat. Okay, I got that one. Okay, I got one more. Okay, we need one more. Okay, we have 4 options. Let's see what you guys pick. These were all taken from chat. Just remember, there's no wrong answers. It's just if you pick the wrong things, then you get the bad ending. That's all. No matter what you pick, we will progress the storyline. Half of these I seduce. I don't know about that. What are you in for? Alright, we have about, once we get to 300 votes, I'll end it. And it looks like 39% wants to ask her about your feet. So, you go up to her and you say, hey, can I take a gander at your feet? You have some nice sandals. I bet your feet... Oh, this is so gross. You just ask her about her feet, and she looks disgusted, and she turns away, and she doesn't say anything to you. Let's, actually, what we can do is roll to see how well that worked. Okay, we're gonna roll 3 D100. You have a 5% chance to have a positive outcome. You did not succeed. She didn't take very kindly to that, because why would she? Also, Sangan's kind of ugly, so that doesn't give him any bonus points. If he was more attractive, it might have had a better chance of succeeding. Okay, so next up, what you do is you go over to the guard, and you ask him, hey buddy, can you let me out? He's gonna turn towards you, and just tell you no. He's like, okay, well, I guess that's fair enough. He's like, how about if we go into a shadow duel? And he turns towards you and he says, no, I saw what you did in there. You're disgusting. And you turn over and you're like, yeah, fair enough. That's true. You're self-aware enough. You want to pickpocket the guard? You want to give him a greet? Seduce the guard? Pickpocket? Ask for feet. We'll do one more option for the guard. Okay. No more feet stuff. You guys are obsessed with feet. I should have never have indulged you in the first place. Alright, let's see what you guys pick next. Pickpocket. It looks like Seduce Guard is definitely gonna win this one. Alright, we'll end the poll. So, you walk up to the guard, and you say, based on what you guys were talking about earlier, you say, hey, guard, I bet you got some nice feet. Let's see if this works. He doesn't get compliments very much. So, this has a higher chance to work than on Witch of the Black Forest. We'll say you have a 10% chance. No, it does not succeed. He just tells you to get back into your line. Alright. Sangan goes back. Everything doesn't seem to be working. But it doesn't really need to be, because suddenly, boom, there's a big explosion. And the room is under attack. When you wake up, you notice that the Witch of the Black Forest is gone, and the guard seems to be fighting something. But you also notice that there's a big hole, so you can just escape whenever you want. So what do you do next? This will be easy. You guys can't possibly screw this one up. Would you like to, Here, let me give you your 3 options. Let's see what you guys pick. This seems like a pretty easy decision. I'm pretty sure you guys will pick something dumb nonetheless. Eat the bed? Fight? Let me see here. Join the intruder. Hey, that's what they picked over on Twitch too. People on Twitch can tell you how well that worked out. Okay, we have a lot of votes. We'll end it now. You guys have chosen join the intruder. So, what happens is you see arch nemesis Protoss has entered the ring. The guard says, gosh dang it, you just entered here. You're already causing trouble. Sangan runs up and says, I'll help. Guard, I challenge you to a shadow duel. I'll destroy you and let go of my friend. And the guard turns towards you. He's like, okay, let's do this. And you challenge him to a shadow duel. The guard, however, is using a Makura the Destructor FTK deck, as he has a whole bunch of very banned cards, and you're just playing Burning Abyss Shadows. Uh-oh. You didn't open up any hand traps, and it looks like he has full combo. Yeah, he is a guard of the Forbidden World. He has nothing but banned cards in his deck. This isn't going well. You're trying to help, but it looks like you're just going to get FTK'd instead. Uh-oh. Pot of Greed. Oh, Exchange of Spirit. You're going to lose your entire deck. And he passed turn, and you got nothing, so you lose immediately. So, you run away, because that was embarrassing. So, you run out of the jail cell into the vast wasteland, not really sure where to go next. You do see a cave you can go into, so you hide there for a little bit. Nothing else happens. So, after a while, you think, maybe you should just keep running. So you go out and explore. And off in the distance, you hear some noises coming from behind a large rock. So curious, you go over to silently investigate, only to find 3 very large dragons talking amongst one another. And they turn towards you, noticing your presence. What do you do? I'm gonna give you your options. What do you guys do next? Hide them with the yoinky spoinky? Let's see here. I wonder which one of these is gonna win the vote. The one that has 44% and almost all of the votes in chat? Okay, we'll end the poll here. We have almost 400 votes on this. Okay, so you guys have ended the poll, and it seems as if Show Your Feet has won. What a surprise. So you go up and you just kind of get down and you wiggle your toes and show them your feet. And they're all looking at each other very weirdly, except for Redox. He seems interested. He comes over, he nods approvingly, and he goes over to the other ones and he talks to them. He's like, guys, I think this one's cool. They're like, okay. Well, little dude, little Sangan, you're not from around here, are you? You, of course, are, since this is representing chat, he's probably not super charismatic. So he stumbles over his words. He's like, yeah, actually, I'm not from around here. He's like, okay, whatever, nerd. Here's the thing. You can help us out, and then we can help you. So there's this old dude named Elder Entity Norden. We're not allowed to touch him for various reasons, especially when he's inside his little barrier. But I'm sure you could help us. You say there's this bridge right next to his place. If you can just lure him there. Tell him whatever it is necessary to get him there. If you do that, we can go over there and play a prank on him. Maybe ambush him. I mean, play a prank. Totally not ambush. If you do that, we can help you. Does that sound good? Well, chat, you don't have a choice. You agree, and then you start walking over to Norden. First, you cross the bridge. I don't think showing you the bridge is super necessary. Oh, you can't even see it. Eventually, you meet up with Norden. Okay, so you go over to Norden apprehensively, and you go over and say, hey, I'm new here. And Norden will shout out to you, young one, you're not supposed to be here. You're probably lost and wondering how to get out of here. Luckily for you, I know a way that you can leave. However, you're here on a mission, so you don't listen. And he continues speaking anyway. He says, you see, young man, there is a forbidden cave nearby with a mystical crow who has been on this island longer than anyone else. Normally, it is impossible to leave this place, but he's been looking for someone who's not supposed to be here in order to free us all. If you go to his cave and manage to make your way to his inner sanctum, he can definitely help you escape, as you have managed to escape once before. Again, Sangan's not really listening. So, what are you guys gonna do next? Let's give you your options. Ooh, I like YouTube polls better than Twitch's polls. They give you more words. Okay, here you go. Next one. What do you guys do? Search for witch? Pff, she's fine. Probably. You don't actually know. Smoke agreed with Norden? No, you remember the dragon rulers told you Norden was a goody two-shoes. He definitely would not partake in the wacky tobacco. Let's see here. We have enough votes. Let's end the... Alright, what did you guys choose? You guys have chosen... Warn Norden about the trap. Wow, last time chat just left him. Okay, so Sangan goes, hey, actually, the dragon rulers, they're trying to beat you up. They want me to lure you outside of your barrier. But, well, anyways, here's a warning. Norden says, why, thank you. That's very appreciative. You know what? In thanks of this, I'll lend you my power. Which means you have the option to use my deck if you have any shadow duels here. Sangan says neat. He's like, okay, let me show you the way to the Forbidden Cave. I'm sure you wish to get out of here. So you guys go over to the Forbidden Cave. You make your way over to the cave. It seems really big. You also notice a couple of dead bodies as you go inside, which is probably nothing. They probably died of natural causes, not because of any traps in here. And as you explore for a bit, you run into a plant monster that seems aggressive, almost as if they're getting ready to attack you, and you need to go past them. Oh, the plant is aggressive. So you need to go ahead. You also see a dead body behind it. What do you do? For this one, I need suggestions. I see. Eat it, burn it. No. Any acts of aggressions have to be done through a duel. The rules of this world work kind of like No Game, No Life, where violence is not allowed. Everything is done through children's card games. We'll just go with these two. Okay, so your options are either Shadow Duel or Roll to Seduce. I want to loot the corpse. You can't loot the corpse, it's dead. All right, wow, this option's actually kind of close. Roll to Seduce won by 2%. Okay. Now, I need some suggestions. How are you going to seduce? Offer a gift card. Okay, I saw that. Serenade. Okay. No, I'm not gonna pick any of your gross stuff. Okay, I need one more. Compliment the flower. What kind of compliment? Give me a compliment to give her, and I'll put it in the thing. Okay, we'll add that one. All right, here's your 4 options. Vote on what to do next. Okay, what'd you guys pick? Really offer her a gift card? That's what you guys want to do? A gift card to where? Well, I'll pick something. There's no need to put too many votes. 2, sing to her. Hey, you come here often. Offer her a gift card. Estimate no roots. All right, we'll end the vote now. It looks like offer her a gift card is definitely won. Okay, so you go up to her and you're like, hey, I have this gift card here. He reaches into his back pocket. He's like, I have this gift card. It's to Starbucks. I think there's 15 bucks left on it. You can get maybe 1 coffee. Also, I can give you 10,000 silver in Raid Shadow Legends for Android or iOS. How about that? Samsara Lotus seems interested. How well does this work? Does she really like Starbucks? Maybe she's a fan of mobile games? I don't know. Hidden sponsor. I'm not sponsored by them. Okay, so we're gonna roll a D100. You offered her the gift card and also offered her some coins in Raid Shadow Legends. We'll say this has a pretty decent chance to succeed. We'll give it a 45% chance of success. If you fail, then you're going to have to shadow duel her or get beat up. Either one. Let's go. 45% chance. For a reminder for how the D100 works, it has to roll 45 or below. Oh, that's bad. Rolling 100 is very unusual. You want it to roll below a 45. Uh-oh, critical failure. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, so Samsara Lotus is she's gonna go over and beat you in a shadow duel. However, there's no reason to show this. You don't want to see yourself get beat up. Or maybe, I don't know. We'll give you a chance. Okay, so for this option, all you choose is which deck you want to use in your shadow duel. Your negotiations have failed. You want to use the Sangan deck or the Norden deck? Okay, looks like you guys are overwhelmingly picking the Norden deck. Do you have a Utopia deck we can use? Unfortunately not. I did have plans to have a whole bunch of different things you could accomplish, but turns out it's very difficult to implement those. Okay, so Norden deck wins. Samsara Duel, let's go. Norden Duel. The Norden Duel, you open up. Full combo. You see, Norden plays Zodiacs with Norden. You guys probably don't know that it was Zodiacs that got Elder Entity Norden banned. Also with 3 copies of Rat Pier. Oh, Utopic Future? Utopic Draco. What do you know? This is a modern Zodiac deck that takes advantage of banned cards. Alright, and your opponent is using a Samsara Lotus deck, so it's probably not that good. Oh, here comes Norden, bringing back a Dai Gusto to reset all of those broken Rat Piers back to the deck. And then it draws into a Rat Pier. It goes into a Trident. It has 1 Trident in defense position as well as a Utopic Future, so that's a 1 negate. Oh, they've drawn into Samsara Lotus. And you negated 1 for 1. However, they sent Dandelion to the graveyard, so they get 2 tokens. And you activate Flying Sea. Flying Sea just means they can't go into XYZ summons. You destroy Jasmine. They go into Brilliant Fusion for Seraphonite. They're also using broken cards. And, well, of course. Oh, then you negate the effect with Utopic Future in order to steal the card. And they got nothing. Thankfully, you were able to use all of your negates to stop their, they're playing an Amaryllis FTK. I don't think they actually got into Amaryllis. Utopic Future to stop the graveyard summon. Oh, Trident in order to search out a Whiptail probably to give it some attack, and then go back into a Trident. Oh, and attach both of the Whiptails for big damage. I don't think this is enough though, because they gain some life points due to the Aromage stuff. 400 attack, and then you end off on a Zeus. Okay, this is definitely a hard board to break. Yeah, they didn't draw it out. Alright, good job, you won. Do. And she dies. Luckily, you are just too powerful for this. Alright, so you keep walking on, and you walk on for a while, and after that duel, and everything that's happened today, like you've been running all day, you got wrongfully arrested, you're parched, you're super thirsty. Luckily, you run into a pool of water. This is a very clear pool too, and it has an alluring aroma to it. So, you're very thirsty. Do you drink the water? This is a very simple one. You're thirsty, you just beat up a flower with your broken Norden deck. Wash your feet. You can wash your feet after you drink some water. Challenge the pool to a duel? You can't. All right, you have elected to drink the water. You go into the water, and you start splashing about, drinking it. You are parched. The water is delicious. You feel refreshed. You feel great. And you leave the thing. You wash your feet too, which were dirty because you guys wanted to wash your feet for some reason. All right. And feeling refreshed, you go on your way. And you just, you keep exploring the dungeon. And as you explore the dungeon, you come to a room. You go into this, whatchamacallit, this whole time you've been exploring a cave. And then you all of a sudden come to a place with like really worked stonework. There's some machines too. You think, ah, yes, this is definitely the inner sanctum. And you look into the sky, and you notice 4 holes in the ceiling, as well as 4 levers on the ground. And you also notice some writing on a wall, and a dead person who seems to have been burned in front of one of the 4 pillars. Let's take you over to a better representation of this map. And the words on the wall say, sorry for all the subterfuge. However, only wits will show you the way from this point on. I am at the beginning of the end, and at the end of before. You have no idea what this means. However, looking at the room from a bird's eye view, you do notice that some of these pillars have letters on them. And associated loot the corpse? Okay. You go over to the corpse, and you rummage around it. It did have its own deck as well, but it seems to have been completely destroyed. You don't know who this creature is though, but they're probably not important. So, there's 4 pillars. Each one has their own little thing on it. Which one do you go on? Let's put it to a poll. Which one do you go on? E, U, I, 2E. Loot the deck for the hollows. All of the hollows are burned. None of the cards are recognizable. You have 1 burned deck of cards. All right, let's see what you guys picked. You guys picked E for some reason. All right, so you guys go over to the E pillar and you do the lever, click clunk, and it comes down and you get on it. And you ascend to the next level, no problem. Luckily for you, you chose the correct one, because you see, the answer is E, as the last letter in the word before and the first letter in the word end is both E. You guys are big brain. I don't understand how you guys can always pick feet as an answer, and also always pick the correct answer when it comes to puzzles and riddles. I don't think I've ever had a chat fail on that one. Okay, so you go up to the next segment as you advance to another level, and as soon as you get to the top, you look around and you notice 3 golems made of blocks. And each one of these golems has a shiny gem in their hand. This shiny gem seems very shiny. You have this overwhelming urge coming from the pit of your stomach to steal it. You really want to take these outstretched, unguarded, shiny gems with your ungloved bare hands. So what do you do next? You guys decide. Seduce the dragon? No. Touch his feet? No. Just choose one of the options to pick. You have an overwhelming urge to steal the gem. Do you do it? It seems as if you guys have decided to steal the gem. Let's go for it. You feel a compulsion, almost a magical one, coming from your bladder that's telling you to steal this gem. So you go over to the gem and you yank it out of his hands, and this activates the golem, who immediately attacks. So let's see what happens. I'm going to assume you guys want to use the Norden deck, correct? Because any violence is resolved by a duel. Actually, I'll give you guys the option. You are being attacked by the block dragon. What do? We'll end the poll after the first 100 votes. Massage his feet, yes or absolutely? No! No more feet things. Alright, we'll use the Norden deck again. We have over the 100 votes required. Okay, you guys have the Norden deck versus the block dragon. Let's see what happens. Okay, so your opponent is going first. They're playing Adamancipator Block Dragon. You open up an Ash, and you stop their entire combo. Easy clap. Oh, you even drew into Rat Pier. You have a Barrage in hand and a Tenki. Oh my goodness, there's no way you're going to lose this. You're going into full combo. You go into all the Rat Pier shenanigans. You're going to get out a whole board of Xyz. Oh, and then they have Nibiru. But you have Max C, so you get to draw 2 cards off of this. Okay, you still have Barrage. That can still get you more Zodiacs from the deck. You're going to bring out a card from the graveyard. And you're going to go into Broad Bowl in order to search out Black Sheep in order to bring Fusion Substitute, which will allow you to go into Elder Entity Norden. Norden will recover one of the Xyz, and then go into Daigusto Emerald. That will reset all of your Rat Piers back into the deck. And then you draw one of them. And then you get Norden reset with Substitute, and then you bring about again with Instant Fusion. This time, going into Thurablade and go into another Broad Bowl. Broad Bowl's effect is not once per turn. A hard once per turn, excuse me. Oh, and you have a full board of monsters. You have Drident. Drident will destroy the Nibiru. And then you go for damage. And then you attach both of the Whiptails for big damage. Then you go over 4,000 attack. And then you rank up into Zeus during the end phase. You have Zeus and a Drident. Oh, they have the Adamancipators. You destroy the Adamancipator as soon as it comes out. And then Block Dragon hits the field. Block Dragon, of course, searches 3 cards. And they also have Halki Fibrax, Gigantes, Resonate, and you use Zeus to wipe the field. They can't come back from this. They have a Beast Token. They go into a Block Dragon defense position and end their turn. You have 1 turn to win. Oh, you have Rat Pier still. Rat Pier into a Zodiac. It's going to special summon Rat Pier from the hand. And then you're going to special summon the last Rat Pier from the deck that you reset. Drident, going into Utopic Future, not ranking it up. That way they can use the battle effect in order to steal Block Dragon, who has 3,000 defense and can't be destroyed. And then end with a Zeus. You have successfully defeated the Golem. Do-do-do-do-do. As he falls down and dies. And you steal his gem, and you also take his deck. You just swipe it, and then you go to the next section. What happens is you go down the hallway, because there's only one hallway here. It's really dark and long. And after a while, you eventually come to a dead end, unfortunately. But you do notice, when you get close to the end of this wall, something appears in front of you. A little orb with a crow inside of it just shoots up, and then he says something to you. He says, "Most of what you see here is not as though it may appear. The more you leave behind, the more you take." And then as soon as it says that, he disappears. So, what does Chad do next? You have the decks that you stole, you have the gems, you have a belly full of delicious water, there's just an empty hallway here. There's no doors on your way over here. You don't see any doors at the end of the hall. All right, what do? You seem to have come to an impasse, and you don't know how to proceed. Pee on the wall. No, I can't add that as an option. The options have to be PG-13. Chad is trying to make Sangan RP Ojama Lime. Yeah, pretty much. Eat the gem. Consume the gem. Oh my god, is that gonna win? You know, on Twitch, the poll system has a way to rig it, so you can spend a whole bunch of your channel points or bits in order to get a desired outcome. However, on YouTube, everybody just gets 1 vote. Okay, it looks like Eat the Gem is gonna win this one. All right, so you go over and you munch down on the gem. You just shove it into your stomach. And you think, delicious. And you look around. It doesn't seem as if anything happened. It wasn't actually delicious, though. You kind of feel like you have a big lump in your stomach. What do you do next? Okay, here's the 3 again. You shoot the gem from your butt into the wall. Oh my god. No. What happened to Sangan? He has an upset stummy. An upset tummy from eating a gigantic gem. Luckily, he has a big mouth, so it fit. And it looks like run head first into the wall is winning by a lot, so we'll just end the poll here. So your tummy hurt, and you decide to run into the wall head first. And you run into it, boink, and you pop off. You're like, oh, shoot. However, after you pop off, you notice that the illusion magic cast on the door disappears. You now have a door that you can open. We also heard a thunk, as if the other side of the room was hollow. So yes, you rush recklessly in, and you go in and you open the door. You open the door, and you run into a bird. He says, "Ah, welcome. I've been expecting you. You are Sangan, correct? Thankfully, you are one who has been able to escape the Forbidden World before, and it is only thanks to you that we can get everybody out of here. You see, upstairs in my library, I have the time seal trapped. If you're able to go over there and defeat him, then it is possible for you to free us all. No one else is able to do it, because we're all supposed to be here, but not you. You received an errata, so you are an exception. It is the final test. If you lose, there's a chance you might be stuck in time forever. Hopefully you met some powerful people that improve your power level, i.e. your deck. So, for the final battle, which deck will you use? You have 3 options. Last time I did this, chat only had a single option. So, you go upstairs, and you encounter... the time seal. So, what'd you guys pick? Well, you guys like the Norden deck, don't you? You don't like Adamancipator Block Dragons? Or Burning Abyss with Tour Guide from the Underworld? Okay, it looks like Norden deck is winning this one. Yeah, it has 10% more votes than the number 2. Okay, so you guys have been winning a lot with Zodiac. Can we get a doctor to check out Sangan's tummy first? He may be very sick. Oh yeah, he's definitely very sick. He needs to go to the hospital. Or just throw up. I'm not sure how the anatomy of Sangan works, but it's not a good idea to eat a big old gem like that. Alright, we'll end the poll. It looks as if the Norden deck won. Are you guys ready to see how this plays out? It is the final battle of history. If you lose this, then you're stuck in time forever. Let's go. Okay. So, your opponent is going first. Uh-oh. Graceful Charity. 2 graceful... Forceful Sentry. They're getting rid of... Oh, the only Zodiac in your hand, and they set 4 and pass. But you have 10 key... which they're gonna negate. However, you have Rat Pure, which they're gonna negate. And you have to... And they time sealed you, so you can't do anything. Uh-oh, this doesn't look very good. Oh, but they just set 1 card and passed. Oof, okay, you summon Flying Sea in attack position, and you got another time seal. Knight is going to destroy your card, so you can't draw during your next turn. However, they drew a Tsukiyomi, which just does nothing. You're going to destroy it, so it can't flip itself face down. You can't draw because of the effective time seal, so you normal summon Taketomborg and attack for 600 damage. They only have 1,400 life points left, and they draw another Solemn Judgment. That's not gonna do it. Fusion Substitute, that's also a dead draw, so you attack for 600 more damage. What do they draw? Oh, a Last Will, which they can't activate because they have no monsters. And then you drew another monster with 1,400. Oh, they're gonna negate it. But 600 attack is enough for a win. You did it. Congratulations. You have defeated time itself as it evaporates. You gain all of his power. The power of Taketomborg beatdown was just too much, and you make it to Ascension level. Let's read what happens to you. So, you win the final battle. Congratulations. You initiate the time loss instrumentality sequence, shutting down all of time long enough to escape the realm and get back home. However, you're not exactly sure how to start time again, and after centuries of waiting, time does eventually go back to normal. But during all of that time you spent alone, you learned the true value of friendship, because man, were you bored. But you don't age or anything. You finally managed to get out. You also got everybody else out. Congratulations, you win. Thank you for playing Sangan's Wonderful World. Yes, you got one of the good ends. There are 5 endings available.